going back to eating a mostly plant-based diet. So when I say plant-based diet, I do not mean and I do not advocate being completely vegan or vegetarian. While I think that is an amazing thing to be, it's not that you have to be vegetarian or vegan to be healthy. Okay, I know many vegans and vegetarians who are not healthy at all because they don't know how to eat in balance. Yeah. So I'm talking about leaning into more of a plant-based diet where 80%, I talk in my program, what I teach is the 80-10-10 rule. 80% of your diet comes from plants. 10% comes from protein, whether it's animal protein or vegan sources. 10% comes from complex carbohydrates. And yes, we need carbohydrates from the earth. And then there's a healthy dose of fats. If we eat like that 20%, 80% of the time, the 20% where we have a little bit of ice cream and watch Netflix is cool because our body is full of alkaline foods. When we eat plant-based foods are alkaline, right? Processed foods, foods that come out of boxes and cans and tins are mostly acidic producing. So the first thing that we can do is lean into a more plant-based diet. The second thing that we can do is to start to move our bodies. Now, I know it's really hard, some of us who rely on community for exercise. Your gyms are closed, right? Maybe you're in a part of the world where you're only allowed out. I know there was a point where my sister in London was only allowed outside twice a day for half an hour. And most of the time she had to go and buy groceries or do something for her kids or take the dog for a walk. You know, there was not a lot of movement, right? So thank God for this virtual reality that we can access so much. So you need to be moving your body. That thing about you need to be exercising 3 times a week, no freaking way. We need to be exercising every day. We're not moving as much as we need to, especially in this lockdown. All our meetings now are on Zoom. We're not even driving anywhere to get out of a car, to walk to an office. Everything is in the confines of our house. We are not moving enough. So we have to set aside daily movement. In fact, in my world, I like to say we should be moving at least twice a day for at least 30 minutes. Yes. Meaning go outside, take a walk, find an online program, do some movement, especially movement that involves a little resistance training, whether it's with weights or just body weight or Pilates or something, so that you're not losing muscle, this muscle that you have built, that you're not losing muscle. For every pound of muscle that you lose, your body gains 3 pounds of fat. So just imagine if we are just sitting there doing nothing for the last 2 or 3 months of COVID, our body is just turning into mush and fat instead of muscle. All right, so we must be eating a plant-based diet. We must be moving our bodies. And we must be resting, getting our 8 hours of sleep at night. I think I find so many people who are not, their whole sleep rhythms are gone. They are just binging on Netflix or whatever, right? They're staying up super late, they're sleeping late, and therefore everything is thrown off. When your sleep cycles are off, it sends cortisol into your system, it causes weight gain, as well as a whole host of other things. In optimal health is self-care. Now, self-care doesn't mean that you have to book yourself into an expensive spa, okay? Self-care means resting when you're tired, being able to lock your door and have a huge cry when you're emotional, or calling your best friend and just releasing whatever is in your heart, or journaling or writing. Self-care for me is going outside and being in Mother Nature. Thank God, thank God, thank God. I moved back to Kingston and I live on this golf course. I live where I have a key to get out onto this golf course, which has really been transformed from a golf course into more like a walking trail, and there are tons of families walking together every day. And my family, we have a ritual. No matter what anyone is doing, we created a ritual during this time that at 5 o'clock, we are all out there and we are all walking together as a family, no matter what. Like, my kids actually get, if they don't show up for that, they're in big, 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 big trouble. So creating a little routine with your family where you walk or you exercise together somehow, whether you play some badminton in your backyard or, you know, whatever you can do, right? But move your bodies, and it's lovely to do it as a family. So practicing self-care, getting outside in nature, taking an Epsom salt bath. You know, how many of us are just like not even taking care of ourselves? Like we're not washing our hair, we're not we're not dressing, you know, we're just allowing ourselves to kind of just get into this COVID cave of despair. And it's time to snap out of it, guys, because guess what? A, it ain't over. And B, once this is over, the next thing is going to come up. This world is crazy, right? Things are changing. They're breaking down in a way, because I honestly feel things are transforming so rapidly, because a new way of being has to happen. Hold on, I need to plug in my computer. Sorry. There we go. Didn't think it was plugged in. And so, my friends, moving from an acidic state to an alkaline state, not just by what we're eating and drinking, but also by the company that we're keeping, making sure that we are around people who are uplifting us and not sucking down our energy and bringing our energy down. So becoming alkaline through our food, through hydration, not the wine type, but through water and herbal teas, moving our bodies, resting, practicing radical self-care, taking time to be in nature, being in community, being with like-minded people who are lifting you up and not pulling your energy down. So those are my recommendations. And if that sounds completely overwhelming to you, and how do you begin and where do you start, then I'd like to invite you to think about coming on to my Shakti Activation 21-day lifestyle reset program. So if you click this green button right here in the middle of your screen, you will read more about it, but I want to explain what it is. 2 years ago, I created an online program, a 7-day online yoga detox and self-care program called Shakti Activation, for people who A, could not afford to hop on a plane and fly to Jamaica and come to one of my yoga retreats that can be quite costly to do that. I wanted to provide an alternate, affordable program that they could do to kind of reset their bodies when they were feeling out of whack, exactly like most of us are feeling right now. And so I create that program, and I also create it for women and men who don't have the luxury of taking time off work or have kids at home and just wanted to find a way to up-level their lives. So I created this 7-day program. But for this time, for COVID time, I have just felt that 7 days is not enough. Like, we need to go so much deeper into transformation right now, because I just don't think this is the end of it. I know it's not the end of COVID, but I just think that the world is going to get a little more crazy before it actually clears itself out and we find ourselves in a more elevated state of consciousness as humanity. I hope this makes sense and it's not esoteric. But if we do not learn how to get spiritually fit, physically fit, mentally fit, we're not going to be able to cope with what is coming. And so I extended and expanded this program into 3 weeks. A, because it takes 3 weeks to really create new habits and B, because I wanted to be there to support you for every step of the way. So the 21 days starts on June 6th. It will start with first of all, you get a 60-page manual from me explaining how to do the program, giving you all the recipes, so that you're not, all the recipes, by the way, come from my Live Fit Kitchen cookbook, right? These are simple, delicious, mostly plant-based recipes that I created for my detox programs over the last 10 years. And believe me, if I could get into the kitchen and learn, I had no clue about the kitchen, okay? I've always been healthy, but never took time to get into the kitchen and actually prepare myself until I personally got myself into a health crisis 10 years ago that led me to all of this, right? And now I've written a cookbook. If I can do it, you can do it, okay? So I was losing my train of thought. So this 21-day program is 1 week to prepare for a detox, because you cannot change what you're feeling and how all those symptoms of detox until you get your body in an alkaline state. So we use the first week to prepare. I give you a beautiful webinar. We do a meal prep webinar. I bring into my kitchen. I show you how to clean out your pantry, how to clean out your fridge, how to set yourself up for success with very simple recipes that really alkaline your body. Then the second week, the middle week of the program, for 7 days, we come off of what I call the bad boys. The bad boys, you could call them the bad girls if you want, are sugar, alcohol, wheat, dairy, and all processed foods and all acidic producing foods. I'll explain what all of those are on my program. There's no starvation on my diet, so we eliminate the bad boys: sugar, alcohol, wheat, dairy, processed foods, acidic producing foods. You can have your 1 cup of coffee a day. So my coffee drinkers, relax. 1 cup of coffee a day is actually a superfood for your body. More than 1 brings too much acid in. So we eliminate, then we incorporate what I call high vitality, alkalining, plant-based mostly, because we do have an option if you want chicken or fish, mostly plant-based foods into your diet. There's no starvation in my detox program. I don't believe in that. So I teach you how to make a green shake in the morning. This is my delicious pineapple, ginger, moringa, kale. What else is in here? Cucumber shake, delicious. I teach you how to make a green shake in the morning, a healthy breakfast bar for the morning, how to have beautiful lunch, following that 80-10-10 rule. And then we have for that week, soup and salad for dinner for 7 days. It is a game changer. We also give our digestive system 12 hours of rest, so no food between the last meal in the evening and the first meal in the morning. This is super important, and I explain why during my program. Then, so we eliminate, we incorporate, we accelerate the program. How do we accelerate the program? How do we accelerate this detox process? It could have taken years for your body to get into a toxic overload state. I want to speed up that process of releasing those toxins out of your body. So we incorporate yoga and breathing and meditation. Meditation to me is an absolute key to the success of all of this. Because if we are up here and not in here, we cannot make the right decisions for our lives and for what we eat and for how we think and the people that we associate ourselves with. So we accelerate it through yoga, breathing, meditation, movement. We accelerate it with getting an accountability partner, somebody that is assigned to you, that you become friends with, that motivates you along the way. We accelerate it by going to bed every night and getting 8 hours of beautiful sleep. We accelerate it by radical self-care, taking some time in nature, having an Epsom salts bath. I teach you oil pulling and dry brush massage, to amazing self-care techniques as well. So we eliminate, We incorporate, we accelerate, we motivate each other. There's a private WhatsApp group. Again, you'll get your accountability partner. I'm with you every step of the way. I have lunchtime meetings with you during that detox week. There's so much involved. I teach you a style of meditation called Future Self Meditation, where you envision what you want to look like, feel like, be doing, and 5 things you want to have accomplished by the end of June. And then we work towards those through inspired actions every day. And then hopefully by the end of the 3 weeks, so the following week after that, where we bring you into your new normal lifestyle with all these incredible tools and continue that supporting journey. Hopefully by the end of it, I'll reinstate you a transformed person from the inside out. You will be calmer, you'll be happier, you will feel better about how you look. Your body will be alkaline. That means it will be in an optimal state of health and immunity to be able to fight and any viruses that come your way. And as you move back out into post-quarantine world, you'll have much more protective inner immunity and strength than you did before. And so, my friends, the cart closes on this 21-day program on Sunday. I don't know when I'll be doing it again, and certainly not on this level. This is next level. Some of you may have done Shakti activation with me before. If you have, make sure you know that there's a special discount for you. This program is next level, especially incorporating this future self meditation technique that I have been working with since the beginning of this year that has totally, radically changed my life. But for any of you on this webinar today or watching it by the end of this weekend, I will also include in the price the $50. So another program that I have is the 4 times a week yoga and fitness classes that I do. That is a $50 bonus worth of classes. So for the entire month of June, not only will you get the 21-day lifestyle reset program, you will also get the 1 entire month of my classes for free. Anyone on here who has been doing my classes can make a little word about what they have meant to them, but to be able to have these classes and have this community to show up to 4 days a week has been a game changer for so many people across the globe. And so, my friends, if you have come into this webinar because you have felt like your life has gotten off track, this is a beautiful opportunity to up-level every aspect of your being, body, mind, and soul. And you will have tools that will not just bring you out of COVID and quarantine, but will serve you and your family and your co-workers and anyone that you associate with, because you are going to end up feeling so in love with who you are in the moment that you'll be a more loving, kinder, more accepting, more motivating, more of a leader in your community and for everyone around you. So that is what I have coming up. So you can choose, if you click on the link, if you want to just opt in for those 4 classes a week, it's $50. That works out to less than $3 a class. And guys, I give you everything. You get yoga breathing in every class. All of us who have been doing this, our lungs are so super strong. It's just such a fun community. We have a great time. 2 days, Monday and Friday is Live Fit Hit, which is very vigorous, sweat producing, heart pumping classes. Wednesday and Sunday are yoga and sweet and slow and more meditative and calming for our central nervous system and really work with anxiety and depression and negativity. Or you can join us on the 21-day. All right, whatever it is, I love you and I am here to serve you. It is my mission, my mantra, my passion to help you live fit, live life, and live love. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat. Otherwise, you can email me at sharon@sharonfiani.com, or you can click that link right now and give yourself the greatest gift that you possibly can, which is this 21-day lifestyle reset program. I love you. Let me see if there are any questions. Nasma, hi Sharon, I'm here in Jamaica. The other Nasma you're seeing is my mom, Frada, in Trinidad. Farida, I hope I'm saying that right. Farida, what a beautiful name. She's registered under me. She's loving your sessions. I love that. That's so wonderful. Shanique says from Mobay, definitely having acne problems and the misery's climbing. I snap at everyone. I have fibroids that have grown significantly. Shanique, those fibroids are such a symptom of over acidity in the body. So this is something we definitely can work on. So here's another question in the ask a question section. Okay, yes, Farida is saying gassy, also chronic joint pains. Yes, definitely a symptoms of acidity. And as I said again, guys, you know, we're living in an acidic world. We put on the news, it's acidic. We're breathing in acidic, toxic air. We are sitting in front of our boxes, our computer boxes, our phone boxes, our TV boxes. They're producing radiation that's coming into our body. It's acidic. We're drinking acidic water. We are, you know, we're eating foods that are full of chemicals and pesticides. We are taking medications that are affecting the pH of our bodies. So it's no wonder, right, that our whole endocrine, respiratory, hormonal, digestive systems are being thrown off. But the good news is the body, this beautiful temple that you have been given as a temporary home for your soul, because that's what your body is. Your beautiful body is simply a temporary home for your soul on this very short time that we have on earth, and it has miraculous healing powers, all of it on its own, if you just allow it, if you just give it what it wants, which is delicious, healthy food, rest, movement, self-care. All right, so I hope you'll join me. If you see that heart behind me, those are the people from all across the globe. Every time somebody signs up for my program, I am in such gratitude for them. I write their name down. I put it on my wall. I say a prayer for their health and their well-being and their transformation. And I hope that you're one of them and that will join me. So have a beautiful rest of your Sunday. This webinar is available. So if you have a friend that you want to listen to it, you can just share the link that you got with them and they can watch it right after this. The recording will be up there on Crowdcast. Namaste. Thank you for being here today.